Hello, and welcome to The Smut Show, a weekly podcast with your internet book bestie, where every week myself and a guest discuss books and mix in a little bit of life, pop culture, and everything in between. So sit back with your favorite beverage and let's chat. Hello, and welcome to The Smut Show. I'm Neely, and I am here with Kailey, the wonderful. We're in our Taylor Swift merch, and we are ready to do a Taylor Swift deep dive. And this came to fruition by us just being like, we should do an entire episode on Taylor Swift. And then we were like, I guess we're doing that now. So Kailey,
Love
hi.
it.
Welcome back to the pod.
I feel like our tangent last time really got us. We said,
I know, we were like, we have to do a whole episode about this now. It's gone too far. The people want what they want. And by people, I mean us. Okay, before we get into Taylor, let's do some ones and fives. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? I cannot remember.
I can go first because mine is so short. We just spoke, I feel like, which was wonderful. So I have no real one between now and then.
No, it was Thursday.
Since Barfgate.
Like,
we talked like we just talked. And I guess I was like, I don't really have any fives either, but they're starting our pool tomorrow. So that is my five because I'm
want to
ready.
Pool so bad.
I'm very excited.
We got it priced once, and I think we were like, thought we were hallucinating when they gave us the number, and then we were like, we'll circle back. But we have decided that we want to renovate all 3 of our bathrooms, and I'm like, I feel like that's gonna happen first. But we have a lot of friends with pools we can mooch off of in the meantime.
That's amazing.
But no ones. You're one free.
I'm one free.
I'm one free. First world problem. My one is that I got a facial on Friday. That's not the one. And I did a hydrofacial, and I thought I'd had a hydrofacial before, and maybe I had, and just like this didn't happen. But like after the hydrofacial, like I get back to the hotel and I'm like looking at my face and I'm like, what is on my chin? I had like bruising. I looked like I had a hickey on my chin.
Gosh.
From like the suction. It's like it's like pretty much gone now. But I was like, what in the tarnation is this? And it literally looked like a hickey on my chin. And it went away like within 36 hours. Like was not that big of a deal. I just was like, I've never had this happen. My 5-star, other than my hotel weekend, which was phenomenal, is that we are leaving Tuesday on a little family vacation. We're going to go to Broken Bow, Oklahoma for 5 days for spring break. My kids are officially on spring break as of 3 p.m. this past Friday. So we're going to go. We never go anywhere for spring break. We're not usually big spring break people. And if you've watched the news recently, you've seen the TSA lines places. And I was like, we can't fly anywhere. Like, I don't want to deal with that. So Broken Bow's 3 hours away. And I'm like, cool, we will drive.
That's so fun.
It's going to have like a little family road trip. It's like a really cute little town. They have little wineries that we can take that are like all kid friendly. So it's like we can have glass wine. Kids can pound a charcuterie board. They have like good food. There's hiking. Just like lots of outdoor stuff. But like listen to this weather for the area this week. Are you ready? Okay, so this is, if I'm not horrifically ill by the end of this week, it will be a miracle. Okay, today the high is 85. Today's low is 35. So we're going from 85 to 35. The high tomorrow is 51. Okay, so that's Monday the 16th. Fast forward to Friday, the high is 90.
What?
High is 90 with a real feel of 97.
Do you have a pool where you're staying? Like, are you in a hotel?
The real feel low tonight is 26. So in the span of 5 days, we are going from 26 to 97.
That's okay. So I don't.
So aggressive, by the way.
Well, so Richmond. Okay, so in Virginia this week, and it kind of like went. I don't know where it came from, but there was a storm. Wednesday, it was 90 in Richmond. Like the high was like 88. It was beautiful. Thursday, you woke up, it was like 70. It was snowing when my kids got off the bus. It was 90 the day before. It was snowing Thursday afternoon. I said,
like global warning, guys. Like, what in the world?
I was like, luckily it all melted and they did not. I was like, if you have a 2-hour delay tomorrow, I'm going to lose it. But they went on time. It was melted. But it was literally 90 yesterday. And it is snowing the next day.
I mean, at least that way the ground isn't cold enough to like do any damage. But like still. But yeah, so even me packing for this trip, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna pack puffer coats because the night we get there, it's gonna be in the 20s. But I'm also gonna pack tank tops, shorts, and swimsuits because when we leave, it will be 95. And I'm like,
of course.
I told Andrew, I was like, I can't be held responsible for what packing looks like because I have to pack for every season.
Oh, sure. And you're like, if we have to go to the mall and like buy something when we're there.
Oh, there's not malls. But we do have
like
laundry.
The tourist shop, like you can get an Oklahoma. Everyone's coming with Oklahoma sweatshirts.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So but I'm excited just to like have some good family time. Okay, we're gonna talk about what we've been reading, but we read the same thing, and we're gonna talk more about it next time. Kailey finished it, and I'm almost done, so we can't completely talk about it. But we have both been reading by Belle Burden, Strangers, and it is a memoir of marriage. Of divorce. I mean, it says a memoir of marriage. I'm like, really? It's a memoir of, I don't know,
the shit
divorce,
hitting the fan.
All of it. I mean, this is not a spoiler as this happens in the first 5 pages, but she's essentially like, we have this perfect life, hummingbirds, whatever they're called, the nest.
The ospreys.
Ospreys.
I learned a lot about ospreys. I was like,
so much about ospreys.
I was like, I think we get it.
They're a metaphor. We get it, guys. It's a the ospreys come. The ospreys came back. She's like, I cannot wait to tell my husband about this. He's like, by the by, I'm out. You can have the kids. You can have the house. You can have the life. I want none of it. And she's like, what?
Totally blindsided. And then he's like, oh, I'm going. Well, yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but
again, all of this happens in like the first 5 pages of the book. So this is not, and it takes place at the height of early COVID. It's like they go to their Martha's Vineyard house, Cape Cod, whatever. Which one? Wait, why am I spacing?
Well, is it Martha's Vineyard? I don't know. Those New England,
they go to their New England mansion and they are like, we're going to quarantine here. They have 2 daughters who are like preteen and early teen. And then they have a teenage son who's quarantining with friends, which was wild. Even me reading that, I was like, I'm sorry, you just let your kid go quarantine with another family? I don't think I would have done that. But
I think that's like teenagers though.
I guess, but like
I also was kind of like, you do you.
Like you do you, but I feel like when the shit started to hit the fan, I would have been like, I'm gonna need you to come home now.
But see, nobody knew at first. Like, remember, like it was like the first, like, this was literally like the first week when they're like, okay, like, everyone just go home. Like, you get a little 2-week break, and everyone was like, yay! Like,
I know, and
a 2-week. Like,
I love how the daughter took up. By the way, the daughter taking up making homemade pasta is so COVID. Like that was the most COVID hobby. It's like we started making bread. Everybody bought a Peloton. Like most of my friends got puppies. We got an air fryer. Like it's like quarantine bingo. It's like, which one were you? We were Peloton people.
And he's like, I don't want the kids. He's like, I never want them.
I will say, anytime I'm reading something fiction, nonfiction, if I see it on TikTok, whatever, and I saw a woman on TikTok, this is kind of adjacent, who was talking about how she lost custody of her 4 kids. And somebody chimed in and they were like, it is really hard as a mother to lose custody of your kids. Like,
yes, as a mother.
But like, it's like, you are not telling us the whole story because you're getting on here like day 2 of me losing custody of my 4 kids, went to the gym. I'm like, if I lost custody of my children, 1, wouldn't be vlogging on TikTok. 2, would not be at the gym. Would be in an institution because I would be unwell.
Yes.
But I'm like, I need people to really be like, if you don't just lose custody. Like, I don't understand.
I still get. He was like, I don't want them for vacations. I don't want them on the weekends. I don't want them for sleepovers. I'm not even going to get a big enough apartment for them to stay at.
Just me and my new lady. Oh, I'm sorry. And this all happened super early in the book, so we're really not giving anything away. But the guy calling her to be like, my wife tried to kill herself, and then he's all like, yeah, she like took some pills. She's fine. And I'm like,
he's like, I gotta go. He's like, I gotta go see her. I was like,
I mean, I was reading this like
the audacity.
Don't do this to me. Ever.
The audacity of this man.
I think audacity, like my friend's sister-in-law, she'll tell me stories about her sister-in-law, and I just constantly I'm like, the audacity of your sister-in-law. The audacity of people in general. Like, people have gotten crazy ass audacity. And anyway, all this to say, it is a phenomenally written book. If you know Kailey and I, you know this is like really neither of our normal reads, and we're both. Did you love it? You haven't even given like a full opinion.
It's a solid 4 for me. I could have done without some of the familial
Ospreys.
backstory. Oh yeah, I could have done a little less like Ospreys, and then some of like the familial backstory. I know she was trying to backtrack and give us like probably why she thought he or like her ex-husband and herself turned out the way they did based on their families. But sometimes I was like, okay, like get back to like the present tense. Like I don't really care about like your grandmother's like blah blah blah. Like I get it. You're socially
it is one of the best written books I've read in a long time. As far as like pacing, like sometimes with a nonfiction, like a memoir type book, the pacing can be not great. Like where they get a little too stuck in one part and then I feel like it speeds through other parts. I did feel like the pacing was pretty good. And I felt like the way she wrote it was really good because it's not, I wouldn't say that it's relatable, right? Like this is not a situation that a lot of people are going to go through at this level. Like the base level situation, yes, this is something that happens all the time. But like at the level of like money, finances, like just that.
Yeah, I had like a lot of, and just like the cringe of it all of like when she would like be out with people, she's like, oh, he left me. He left, like, good morning. And she's like, he left me. And I'm like,
ma'am.
At the club. And she just said, again, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like, it was, I don't know.
I can't say what I would do in that situation. I feel like knowing myself, I would be so internal with so much of it and so like not talking to people. Like people would probably have to pry me out of my house.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I don't think I would be well mentally. But I'm also way bigger of a bitch, and I feel like I would have come at him hard. So
right. Like she was very like nice about it.
I would not be nice about that. I wouldn't even be nice for the sake of the children about it. Like I don't know. There's not an award for being nice during something like that. Just FYI. All right. Should we get into Taylor before I go off on a tangent about
into the Taylor of it all? Yes.
Okay, so we are going to do we call it a deep dive. We're really just discussing everything that has to do with Taylor Swift, from Eras Tour, the documentary, our experiences, how we became Swifties, favorite songs, favorite bridges, favorite everything, album rankings, you name it, we're talking about it. So I think we're going to start with our journey into Taylor. And I have like a very distinct memory. Do you remember back around the time Taylor came to be, you would go, like, the way that you would download music was iTunes. And I guess you still can.
I was like, or like LimeWire.
But you know what I mean? Like you would, everybody, that's like when iTunes came out. Like
99 cents, and it was on your iPod.
And I remember like scrolling through the top charts as I would do like once a week. And I saw a song that was called Tim McGraw by Taylor Swift. When I saw it, thought that it was called Taylor Swift and it was by Tim McGraw because I am a huge Tim McGraw person. And I didn't know who she was. So this is early. This is Taylor Swift debut. This is first singles, right? So I downloaded the song and I'm like, this is not Tim McGraw. And then I was like, but I like this song. And I was like, who is this Taylor Swift? I look it up. I'm like, she is a child. This is a baby child singing this song. She was like 15. I was 22. Anyway, I downloaded the whole album. I listened to the whole album and it was like, oh my God, this is one of the best things I've ever listened to. I became absolutely obsessed and I have not faltered. I have been a Swiftie since Jump. So that's 20-ish years of being a Swiftie, which is
so wild.
So wild. Anyway, I still think debut, especially for the time, phenomenal debut album, by the way. Like just
agree.
Hit after hit after hit after hit. So many underrated songs. Teardrops on My Guitar still like will send me into my feelings. When did you become a Swiftie? Were you from a debut or did you catch on later?
Yes, I was also from the Jump. So she's my age. So I like not.
Were you born in 1989?
I was born in 1990. She's 6 months older than I am. So like, but yes, we are basically the same age. And so from like I like grew up with her, quote unquote. Like when she was 22
Oh
and
no,
singing like
yes.
I was also turning 22 and it was like so wonderful. And like Red was like right during college, which was like so, and this Red is
And
so I
that
feel like
I feel
moody
like
and college,
yes.
there's the boy like, oh, the high school boyfriend and like the college boys and like, oh, all the drama of that and like all that. So I love so have been a fan from the beginning. I will say like loved 1989 because I'm such a pop girly. So when she like made that transition, I was like, I am here for this.
See,
And
and what's
then
funny is like I am very glad that Shake It Off was her single off that album because I feel like had it been like I don't know how you get the girl, had it been like something else, I don't know that it would have like at least for me worked because I was like I don't know how I feel about her completely switching gears. Now, obviously now I love it. Please don't ever go back to country Taylor Swift. I don't think I could handle it. I like that she kind of is a little bit of everything. I like that we've gotten folksy Taylor Swift.
Mhm.
I just like it all, really. But I remember 1989 me being like, I don't know how I feel about this, and now it is one of my favorite albums.
I agree. oh, you want my hot take is that Shake It Off is like one of her worst songs.
Oh,
I hate
same.
that.
Actually, my
I
least favorite song ever of hers is on that album, and it's Bad Blood. I hate that song. Like Bad Blood and Me are probably my top two least favorite songs of
oh
hers.
me was bad. Shake It Off, I think if they didn't play the shit out of Shake It Off, it would not be as bad. But like, okay, so anyways, so I will say though, I didn't like I kind of dropped off during COVID because I had a not even a 2-year-old and then had a newborn and then it was
Wait,
COVID.
when was your middle? You have three, right? Or am I imagining
So
this?
I have my stepdaughter who's like a
Okay.
teenager.
When
Then
was your
my
youngest
two
born?
December 31st, 2019.
Did
So she
I,
was
I
like
didn't because Charlotte is November 23rd, 2019. I don't think I realized they were that close in
that
age.
close
Did
to
they?
her. Oh my
Because
gosh.
we
Okay.
both had, because I can remember when Folklore came out, I would take Charlotte on like 36 walks a day because it's all I could fucking do was go on walks with my kids. And I just was listening to Folklore like on a loop on
See,
walks.
okay. Uh, I was
But
at
then
the
I got
stage where
depressed and I
like
was like, I can't listen to this because it's
yes,
too
I
much
was
for
like
me.
I needed another because that was like right after like the reputation of it, and I was like I can't do this like I was like the world is sad. I don't need your sad on top of all the sad. And I was
And
also
then
at this point though,
Evermore came
Neely,
out, and I'm like, this is like slitting your wrists sad. Like,
right. And Mike, we were like listening to like Little Baby Bum in the car. Like I was
oh
not
my
listening to rap
God, I
music.
forgot about Little Baby Bum.
Right. So we were not at the stage where I was listening to music. So I kind of like with Evermore and Folklore, I was like, oh, this is another like sad. Like I wanted like her 1989 and like Reputation vibes. And when she gave us those two albums, I did not appreciate them. Like, and I'll admit that. And I also had no time to myself to listen to
But do
like
you
a
also, and
freaking
we could talk
song.
about this more later, do you feel like some of her albums, like they come out and they're, I will say, Midnight's and Tortured Poets Department, I'm removing from this what I'm about to say because it's not how I felt about those. A lot of her albums come out and I'm like, oh, it's okay. And it takes me like many listens to like fully appreciate it. And I almost never fully appreciate one of her albums right when they come out. It's like much later for me, except in the case of both Midnights and Tortured Poets, which completely hit exactly how it needed to the minute they came out. And I was never like, oh, this isn't like Life of a Showgirl. I'm like, it's good. It's just not, although we did kind of talk about how you can't really follow Tortured Poets Department.
Right.
So maybe
I
that's
think
it.
I think for me, having the Eras tour and then being like, oh my gosh, I have to like learn some of these songs I didn't know as well. That and I could this is kind of like part of my thing. What I was gonna say as we go on is that having the Eras tour made me appreciate certain albums like Evermore and Folklore so much more.
Oh,
Because
same.
I didn't appreciate them when they came out. And now I like love them and I'll be like, oh yeah, let me put on like Champagne Problems. Let me put on Tis the Damn Season.
Well, and
And
I
like
think a
love, love, love.
big reason for that too is like the fun around all the surprise songs at every concert. And I feel like because you never knew like what she was going to play. I mean, you could kind of guess like, oh, in London, she's going to play at least one of those nights. She's probably going to play London Boy or like she's probably going to play So Long. You know, like you kind of knew some of that maybe. Um, I mean, I feel like we went to the same Eras tour show in Miami, and I feel like we got the best surprise, like some of the best
We have
surprise
great
songs.
surprise songs.
I will say Did I want one of the surprise songs to be Exile? Yes. Did I want one of the surprise songs to be Coulda, Shoulda, Woulda? Yes. But I was more than happy with what we got. And it actually made me like the song Mirror Ball more, which I really didn't not like, but I wasn't like obsessed with. And now it's like one of my favorite songs because of that.
Yeah, and I think even seeing like some of the like Tolerate It was not even really on my radar, but like then
So
watching what she did with like the choreography, and like it's almost like you're watching a movie, and like her
I mean,
on
it
the
really
table and the
is.
knife, and like oh my, and so now I just like appreciate it, and like being able to see her like vision come alive for that, and like oh my gosh, Willow, like I loved Willow, like the witchy with the balls
Oh.
and the orbs and the capes, oh my god, and it's so witchy,
But
and
I
like
think too, watching the Eras documentary and seeing like the planning that went into that, like I knew that I appreciated it and what it was, but I don't think if you haven't watched the documentary to see like the amount of time she spent working on this tour, what everybody put into it, the costumes, everything. It's just incredible what they did. I mean, diving into the stage, just oh my God. Did you
I
see
wanted
the part on the documentary where she like skins her whole hand? Like
yes,
wild. And just
yeah,
gets
and
up
she's
and performs. I'm like, my kids fall down in the hall and they're like, I need an ice pack for 6
oh no, like
hours.
6 band-aids. But then they pull
All
it
the
off
band-aids.
immediately. I wanted even more behind the scenes in the documentary of like that. I wanted like, why did you leave debut off? Like, why did you, I like, why did you pick these certain songs? But of course, she's so like,
I can't
you
imagine
know,
what she had to do to sit down and be like, okay, these are the songs I'm going to do at every concert. These are the
right.
ones. Or even
Like,
when Tortured Poets Department came out, like, this is how I'm going to cut songs. Like,
that is,
I would
yes,
have made,
that
by
is
the way,
what I
I would have
wanted.
made some different decisions on what I would have cut, but not my choice.
But she's so altruistic, and that I think her focus was not really her. It was more like, let's highlight everyone that came into this, because I could have done it without like all these hundreds of people. So I appreciate that, but I was like, Taylor, I don't really care about some
But
of these
like, we
people. I
have
want the nitty
questions, and
gritty. I
I
want
care
the
about
nitty gritty of like,
Cam.
yeah, I know he's such a muffin. I was like, I want the nitty gritty of like why you did what you did, like why these outfits. I wanted like fun, like, hey, I'm wearing this specific combo tonight because of this. Like, were we right? Or like
I
some of a
want
little
to
bit more
know
like,
more. I want a whole interview with Taylor where she talks about the clowning. I want to know if she watches the theories.
I think she
Like,
does.
do you
Did
think
you
she's just
watch her
like,
New Heights? Did you watch the New Heights
oh
podcast with her?
yeah, oh
Okay, that's
yeah,
like the most open I think she's ever been.
that was so good. It was one of my
That was
favorite things I've
peak.
ever watched. I've watched it
I think
twice,
100%. It was phenomenal, and
and I
she
love
really
that they
like
got
opened up.
engaged right after.
My girlfriend called me at work. I thought she was like having an emergency with her kids. She like called me, and I was like, she never calls me during the day, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, what's wrong? She's like, Taylor's engaged, and I was
I
like,
was
oh my,
Rachel and I were recording a podcast episode. I
oh my
was
god.
not looking at my phone, and people were texting me, and I'm like, what is going on? And then I can't remember what episode of the podcast it is, but I have a gasp, an actual, I'm like, as if someone has died. And I'm
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Taylor's engaged. And it was the fact that she even posted her engagement on Instagram to begin with.
And the caption was so good because it was what
Your
somebody
gym
else had
teacher and your
said.
music teacher are engaged.
Yeah,
I
your
could
English
die.
teacher. I
English
know.
teacher.
Yeah,
Music teacher would have
so
made
good.
sense too, though.
I know. No,
All
but
right.
she
We have to
okay.
go back to the notes because now we're just getting all right. Let's rank our albums.
Oh, I didn't even see like you added that in. I didn't do that. We can do our top 10 songs. You can tell me your ranking. I don't have
I'll
them
do
like
my
ranked off the top
ranking.
of my
I
head.
had to really think this through. Okay. My number 1 album is Rep. My number 2 album is Tortured Poets Department. And my number 3 is Midnights. And I could really, at any given moment, I feel like those top 3 could be reordered depending on what I'm listening to. But those are like kind of my 3 that don't move. And then 4 and 5 also kind of don't move. And that's 1989, specifically Taylor's version, though, because of the vault tracks. I think if it was
Amazing.
1989, not Taylor's version, that would be much lower. But the vault tracks on Taylor's version of 1989 are so good that it really like moved it up a lot for me. I just think that it's the best vault track album that has been released, hands down. All right, then Lover, which I do love, but I hate the song Me, so I pretend it doesn't exist and I skip over it every time. I never even listen to it. Okay, then I have Life of a Showgirl and Folklore, which I feel like I could also swap at any given time. Then I have Red, which is like a pretty solid 8 for me. The bottom 4 could be reordered as well. And that's Evermore, Speak Now, Debut, and then Fearless. I think Fearless is a good... by the way, I need to preface this by saying I love all of the albums. And I think Fearless is a wonderful album. I'm just so far removed from that stage of my life that it just like doesn't make a lot of sense for me anymore. And so it's not that I don't think it's good. I think emotionally the top 3 are just the ones that I kind of go towards the most and relate to the most because I am 41. So
okay, I'm ready.
That's to rank yours. Did you just do them
as you were talking? Yeah, I was like, I don't have, like, it's not like this is necessarily one. Obviously one is TTPD. And then I feel like probably like 1989, Rep, and Red are all like very close.
Yeah.
Like love them all. Like on any given day, depending on my mood, like
and that's
love
the
them
thing.
all.
I feel like the top 4 or 5 for me like really are all tied. It just depends on what I'm listening to at that moment.
Okay. Then I'd probably go Evermore, Life of a Showgirl. And then they kind of get like the bottom half is like I like Debut, but again, I'm not 15 anymore. Folklore is good, but I don't like it as much as Evermore, but they have some like bops. And then I think, okay, so Midnights, everyone like, for whatever reason, like I like Midnights, but I never really like reach for it.
Ugh. I specifically reach
like,
for High Infidelity and Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda. Like, it's my job. Ugh.
So, and then I think like Speak Now, Fearless, fine, but again, they're just, and Lover are kind of like in my bottom.
I can't believe you have Lover so low.
It's probably more in the middle, and I think Speak Now and Fearless are like lower. You know what I want? I
Death by a Thousand Cuts has one of the best bridges.
It's fantastic, yes.
Like,
have you heard? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Cruel Summer. I don't care how much it gets played. That song hits every time for me. But I think it's because Agreed. I listen to Charlotte in the back of my car saying I'm drunk in the back of a barn. And that's what she thinks that it is. And I'm like, precious angel baby.
Could be true. You know what I really need her to release is Need. Have you heard that? That's a vault. That's like a vault track from Lover. Okay, you need to like search for it and you can play it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm like,
also, Charlotte says he looks so silly like the devil.
He looks so silly like the devil. Yeah.
I mean, I just like the way that small children interpret her songs. And I'm like, I'm not changing that. I mean, follow me for more parenting tips. Okay, now we can. I like how you put top 5 or 10 songs, and some of mine are like and 8 songs.
Like, I'm like, what is this? There's like 30 songs on here.
I did my best. While you said that, I happened to be listening to Taylor, and I was listening to I Bet You Think About Me, and I forgot how good that song was. And I was like, I have to go on it. And then I have Delicate, which is just no notes. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I didn't put it on here, but High Infidelity. Those are my 2 favorite songs from Midnights. And I do like Maroon, but I still, I'm gonna Get You Back. Just no notes.
Slaps.
Willow, just so good. Champagne Problems, I think, is one of the best songs she's ever written.
Agreed.
Wishlist is probably my favorite song from Life of a Showgirl. I just think it's just, like, I can just see her just silly and smiling and loving her life. I have the most songs from TTPD, obviously, but I put them all as one song. So High School, Fortnite, Love of My Life, Guilty as Sin, How Did It End? The emotional like range of TTPD is wild. Like it is just, we go from I love you, it's ruining my life to I feel so high school every time I look at you in the same album. And that's just insane to me. I also have Robin on there. Exile, All You Had to Do Was Stay is just also phenomenal. Clean, another great, and Slut, all from 1989. Just no notes. The only debut song I have is Tim McGraw, and I think it's because this is the very first song I listened to of hers. And it just like...
that song is a classic.
It's just
I wish she had played that during...
But I truly feel like I think my absolute favorite Taylor Swift song is Dress.
Oh, okay.
I think
you're a rep girly though.
I am a rep girly through and through. Rep is my favorite, and the only song on Rep I don't like is the song she decided would be her single from Rep. and I immediately said, I'm going to hate this album.
Ready for it?
No, Look What You Made Me Do.
Oh,
Isn't
love that one too.
No, I hate that song.
Stop. Really?
I hate it.
Okay.
And I was like,
Let's
I'm not
swap.
gonna like this album. And then I really dove into the album and I was like, oh my God, it's so good. Getaway Car.
Oh, that's on my list, I think. Okay.
Man.
Wait, was
all
that
right.
all of yours?
I mean, I'm sure I'll have more.
I don't have 10, but ready? I will say, I think my number one all time is You're Losing Me.
Ugh. I don't know
Like,
how I didn't have that on mine.
name a sadder song. We can get into like bridges and lyrics in a minute because we have a few written down. Okay. Exile. I love Illicit Affairs.
Oh
The
God,
Black
Illicit
Dog.
Affairs. So good.
Right?
I like
And
Black Dog. It's not my fave. It's good.
I love them. There's some things like that. Some of these I can't tell you like why, but they just speak to me. Love Black Dog. Champagne Problems. You already said. 'Tis the Damn Season. The Manuscript.
So good.
I don't know how you didn't say All Too Well 10-minute version.
Okay, because I feel like that's a given. I feel like that's like.
Oh, you okay. Okay, you're like
I feel
and
like
that
it's
one.
one of those ones that like if you like that's like
Sure.
that's just her best song. I mean, it's a 10-minute song. Also, I was listening to it yesterday in my car and singing it, obviously, and I was like, literally stopped for a second, paused it, and I was like, it is wild that someone wrote this.
Yes.
Like, and do you think when Jake Gyllenhaal found out that there was a 10-minute version coming out, he was just like,
well, who's the girl we talked about her last time on the TikTok girl that does like the reactions of her boyfriends? I think she's done one. God, I love her so much.
She's so good.
I said guilty as sin, but Daddy, I love him. Like, I love both of those TTPD. I could have like 10 that I'm like, these are my quote unquote favorites from this like album. Like that whole,
it's just the album.
That whole thing.
It's just the album.
Is a masterpiece. My Tears Ricochet. And again, like something like that. Like after seeing her perform that, like it's so like witchy and the cloaks and like the water on the screen and the airs to her. Like, how do you not like it's like devastating that she's like oh, I loved it. I had Clarabow. I don't know if that's a favorite one, but
I actually
just like the
don't
lyrics,
like that song.
Like, oh, it's like you look like Taylor Swift. Like,
okay, there's
you got
parts of
edge.
it I like.
She never did. It's like so meta and just like, okay. I had Getaway Car.
Yeah,
and then see, I say that like I don't like Midnights, but like You're on Your own, kid. I know she played that 100 times during the tour.
No,
but when she like the bridge and like make the friendship bracelets, like take them out and taste like you're gonna be okay. And she's like, I starved my body and like all this stuff. And you're like, girl has been through it.
Yeah, that song itself has an emotional range too. It's like, I hosted parties and starved my body. Like, I'd be saved by the perfect kiss.
Right. Like, the jokes weren't funny. I took the money. My friends from home don't know what to think. Like, I look.
I mean, we could go in a blood-soaked gown and I saw some things they can't take away.
I know.
Pages turn with the bridges burn. Every step you
I just want to give her a hug. Right. Like,
I mean, that song started a revolution. Why were there friendship bracelets at the concert? I mean,
I think it's so.
It's from
slaps.
like. That must be wild to be her and be like, I wrote one line of a song and everyone was like, we're running with that.
It's a movement. Yeah.
It is a movement.
I had, from 1989.
It was rare we were there.
It was rare we were there. I love This Love. Well, that's not what the song, like This Love. That's
You Are in Love. I don't have that on there.
I did have Hits Different. I don't know if it's like a favorite. It's like it's close. I love Hits Different.
It's bops.
Wildest Dreams. It's like kind of basic
for me.
But like,
it's the music video to Wildest Dreams. If you've never watched the music video to Wildest Dreams,
what's that? Scott Eastwood.
It's like an out of body experience watching that music video. Like,
so good.
See me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night. Ugh. Bless.
The last one I had, and I don't again, kind of like on the cusp is It Over Now? And maybe it was just because of like the TikTok revolution, everyone's dance, but like, I mean, those vault tracks, I'm like, girl, this is the best song on the album. Why did you not release this?
Do you think after she did 1989 Taylor's version, she was like, well, shit, now I can't ever release vault tracks again because they were banger after banger after banger. Like, not one of those vault tracks wasn't perfect. I was like, ma'am, agreed. These are the songs you didn't go with? Like,
right. 10
like,
out of 10.
Vault tracks are wild because it's like, like, obviously the whole point of the vault tracks is like, these were songs for the album. They cut down songs.
Right.
And then only released, 13, 14, whatever it was. And it's like, hold on. You're going to tell me for a second that you were like blank space over Slut? Shake It Off over How Did It End?
Right.
Like, what? Bad Blood over any of those? Like,
I don't know if it was just maybe like too fresh. I mean, because it's all like the very Harry Styles of it all. And maybe she was like, I just can't get into this right now.
speaking
Like,
of, did you watch SNL last night?
no. You're the
Harry Styles
SNL
hosted. Oh my
girl.
God,
No.
y'all. Harry Styles hosted. It was so good. But like, okay, Vault Tracks. Slut. Say Don't Go. Now That We Don't Talk. Suburban Legends. Is it over now? I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Like,
Hit after hit.
because the Speak Now, this is going to be an unpopular opinion because I don't ever see people say, I love when Emma falls in love. Okay? I know that is not a popular opinion.
I like Timeless.
But like,
that one's so sweet.
I thought when Emma falls in love, that was my favorite Vault track from Speak Now. Now, this is also saying Speak Now is one of my least favorite of her albums. I think it is the most underwhelming of her albums as far as like range. Like, let me look. Like, what's
I'm
okay?
looking
It has
at it right
Long
now.
Live.
Okay,
it has
hang
Long
on.
Live, and I can remember. No, when it came out, I can remember being like Mine, Sparks Fly, Dear John, like Mean. They were all great.
Like those
Never
are all
Grow-
yes, Dear John.
Now, Never Grow Up will always just remind me of rocking my babies, and I just will sob anytime I think about it. But I don't know. Like, it just doesn't do it for me. Like,
it does. But did you say Back to December?
no.
I mean, that's still you still doesn't like if I wouldn't go through.
I think because I know it's about Taylor Lautner, and I'm like,
you're kind of like, he's not doing it for you.
Well, no,
Dear John.
I mean, I love me some Taylor Lautner and Taylor his wife. I think
Taylor, yes.
Taylor and Taylor. I think it's funny how much she's obsessed with Taylor Swift. Like, I think it's funny that like she is the biggest. I just think that of it all is great. But at the time, I'm like, Taylor, like the werewolf? Like, really, Taylor Swift? Like, this is what? Like, I guess it just like never did it for me.
I think if I had to pick, I'm looking at Fearless versus Speak Now, and I think I'd have to pick Speak Now. Like, I'm looking at these, I'm like, meh. Like, I love Love Story, but yeah, I agree.
I just felt like they were both kind of like at the time I loved both, but like looking back, I'm like, they just don't have the emotional depth that most of her other albums do. And perhaps it's just like Red to me was probably the first like really emotionally driven album. And so it's like that one was the first where I feel like you really have like hurt in it. And then they just like kind of get more and more after that. But can we talk about her boyfriends for a hot second?
Yeah. Neely's like,
okay. Which do you think her most silly boyfriend is? These are more like questions. Like, I have categories. Like silliest.
Wait, like silly because she dated him, or like his personality is silly?
That she dated them. Yeah.
Matt Healy. Okay. Trash. Or mine is Calvin Harris.
Mine is John Mayer.
Okay.
Because he's gross. But like, I love his music.
Have you heard the lore that like Dear John and Would've, Could've, Should've aren't about him, and they're about that other guy, John Martin, the producer? I don't know if I got his name right. Have you seen that like lore where they're like, it wasn't actually John Mayer. There's another John, and I think he's like a music producer, and like people kind of think it's actually about him. Again, don't like fact check me. This is stuff that comes up on like
as a younger Taylor Swift, not like in her whole relationship history, but as 22 and younger Taylor Swift, who do you think she was most in love with?
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay. Do we know who did she lose her virginity to? Was it Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oh, that's yucky. No, I think it was in high school.
Do you think
she dated Jake Gyllenhaal when she was like 19?
Who did Taylor Swift lose her virginity to? Let's see if Google knows. According to various reports and gossip, Taylor Swift is alleged to have lost her virginity to Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh.
Interesting. Huh. But like, good for her also. Because
yeah.
Because early 2000s Jake Gyllenhaal was pretty
peak.
Hot.
I don't think he's aged great, but like.
But he's like, I would take now Harry Styles versus when she dated him, Harry Styles.
I think he's too little for me.
Well, like they're all too little. I mean, they're all
all too little. Travis is the only one that I'm like, sign me up.
They're all tiny. I also think it's funny that she dated a Kennedy, but not only that she dated, I think it was RFK Jr.'s son.
Oh, really? Is
Is
that
it?
who? That's the relation?
I think. Let me look.
There's a few
Connor.
in there that I like lose track.
I think it was Connor Kennedy. Yeah. Yeah. That his daddy man is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Okay, did you have a favorite boyfriend besides Travis?
Like
Or
favorite
some
as in I like the
like
person
someone
or
that
liked
you
her with him?
liked her with him, like out of all of
I
them.
really liked her with Jake Gyllenhaal. And I like, even though he was a lot older, I felt like that was probably intelligence level, probably somebody that was on her level. I can't imagine many of these other guys could like hold much of a conversation, you know?
Right.
Like, I just like, I don't feel like they did.
Yes.
Um, like I just can't imagine that like her and Maddie Healy were sitting there having like really in-depth conversations, or that her and Calvin Harris were having any in-depth conversations. Like I don't see
Right.
the likelihood in that scenario. What about you?
I don't know if I ever was like, I mean, I liked Jake Gyllenhaal because again, he was like peak 2000s
I didn't even
heartthrob.
know who Joe Alwyn was. I knew she was with a guy named Joe Alwyn for a long time, but I was like, but
Agreed.
who is he? And I think this is
Agreed.
the problem with Joe Alwyn, is that he was like has some like weird mental thing where he like doesn't want people to know that he was dating her. And I think it's because he cannot handle, as most of them I don't think could handle, how much more famous she was than them. And I think
Agreed.
Travis is the first guy that can handle her fame in a way where he like actively is like, good, I hope you're more famous than me. Like,
Well, and I think he's not threatened by it because again, he has his like own career and his own thing, and he's
and
happy to
their
be like, yeah,
careers are
you do
so
you.
different. Like, so many of these
Right.
guys were musicians, but like his career, he's like, I'm in the NFL, you're a musician. Like, these could not be more different careers.
Right.
So, like, his fame audience and her fame audience, like, are
Right.
married to each other, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say I a little bit felt bad for her with like how much, like, when she started going to the Chiefs games, like how much football people were like, I hate her. And it's like,
Slap she
why?
got. Yeah.
It's like,
No,
why?
I still remember like where I was. We were watching the game. We were at my parents' house and my husband was like out of town and he like texted me and he was like, Taylor's at the Chiefs game. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I think I was like, turn on like the other channel. Cause of course there's like 6 different football games playing. And I was like, and they like panned to her. Cause of course this was when they showed her like every 2 seconds. And I was like, oh, I think that like broke the internet.
I know we started watching Chiefs games because of her. Because I
Oh
mean, we're
yeah.
not Chiefs fans.
No,
Like,
like
we're
I'll root for him
Cowboys
now.
fans. Yeah. We don't do, why will this not work for me? Sorry. My friend asked me for something and I'm trying to text it to her and it's not working. I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay. I just think I think it was Taylor, I think I said it with Taylor Lautner, where like they were in like a very obscure movie together called Valentine's Day. Do you
Oh,
remember this movie?
yes.
It
Yeah.
is, there was a phase, for those who don't remember, there was this like weird 2 years where they were like, what if we made a movie about every holiday, but each of them had like 30 storylines and 30 main characters, because He's Just Not That Into You had come out and it had done really well. And they were like, new formula for a movie. We're going to have a million storylines going all at once, and somehow they're all going to interject. And Valentine's Day might have been the worst one. And I remember seeing it and being like, they've made her just like a stupid caricature of a person in this movie. And it almost makes me so angry that I like don't even like to talk about it because it's such a bad movie. And anyway, don't watch it. It's terrible, but she's in it if you want to.
Like an end rant. I was like, do we switch to like the wedding?
Let's talk about the wedding.
The only thing I really want to know, like, do we think it's the summer?
I think it's the summer because I think it will be before. I think they will get married and have their honeymoon before he has to like go to work.
I agree. Okay, how many
Especially
dresses do
now
you
that
think she's gonna
he's
have?
said that he's gonna come back.
He's coming back,
I could
yeah.
actually see her. I think just two. I think she'll have one ceremony and one reception dress. I don't think she's gonna be heiress style, changing her outfit like 500 times.
Being like more classic.
I
Like
could
even though
actually
she's
also
Taylor
see her
Swift.
just having one dress.
I kind of because I think something about her, like at heart, is very like traditional, and she just wants
I
to be
could see
like
her
all
having
the
one
other
dress.
girls, right?
Don't you think she's just gonna have like one dress?
I think everyone thinks she'll have like a bunch of different ones, but it
How
would
many
not
designers do you
surprise
think have
me.
already reached out to her? Everyone? I could see her being like a classic like Vera Wang kind of girl. Like a classic.
Or who did all her Cavalli did he did a lot of her the bodysuit, her Midnight's bodysuit. Like so good. And did he do her Reputation bodysuit?
Maybe. I could see her being like Carolyn Bessette and having like one very classic, very traditional. I feel like bridesmaids dresses will be very traditional. Like I think it'll be like a very sweet color palette. I think Jason and Kailey's daughters will be flower girls.
Yeah.
I think, okay, but my biggest question is, will Blake be there?
Like, gun to my head, I'm like, no.
Friends. I don't think they're friends.
If I had to, like gut instinct, like, I'm kind of, did you see the text where she's like, yeah, like, it's not in your head, like, things are weird, blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, I'm grabbing something out of, I'm like, Haley's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just grabbing something.
No, you're good. I feel like maybe no. Because you don't want drama on your, I don't think she wants to make it about, like, that on her wedding day.
I say, how big of a wedding do you think? I think medium size. I could see, like, 150.
Stop.
You think more people than that?
I was going to say 500.
Oh, I don't think so. I could just, or maybe, I don't know, that's hard because he has his whole football team.
Well, even just, like, their families. And then you think, like, her, you know, they are, like, I don't know, like, they're a little older, but, like, they are a little, they're not, like, 25 getting married. So they have all these, like, you know, high school friends. She didn't go to college. Like, you know, like, that era college. And then, like, these work friends. And, like, that were, you know,
do we think Abigail is going to,
dancers?
Do we think Abigail is going to be her maid of honor?
I think she'll be in the bridal party.
And Kailey?
Probably. I bet she asked Kailey. Do you think she asked her, like, hey, you got 4 kids. Do you really, like, it's a commitment to be a bridesmaid. Like, I'd love to have you stand by my side, but, like.
Yeah, because they have family that can help and stuff. So, I think Kailey is a bridesmaid. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Donna's got all the kids, and.
I think Donna is wrangling the children.
They probably have a nanny, because, you know, Jason's probably the best man. So who's chasing these 4 kids around?
It's, you know, Jason's wasted. Like, Jason is crash drunk. Like, you know,
I would love, you know what I'd love to hear? Like, out of all the things, like, I'd like to hear his best man speech.
That's right? The disappointing part, is that we're just not going to know any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I would be shocked, absolutely shocked, if this is like a spread in people, right? This is not going to be like Brad and Jen getting married and we do a spread in people. Like, this is going to be like, we might not know for a year that they're married. We just might not know. Or we might get one, like, very, like, cryptic, like, black and white photo of them. And it's like the emoji caption is like the bride emoji. You know what I mean?
But like, you know, for, like, very, 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 very famous people, haven't they almost, like, not embargoed, but kind of, like, put a lock on all, like, the photographers and paparazzi, and they've given it to, like, one person so that they've, like, you know what I mean? Like, didn't somebody do that where they're like, we're only giving, not like the exclusive, like, I don't think Taylor Swift's not shelling out to People magazine and, like, putting it on the cover.
I think she's gonna post it.
You think she'll just be like,
yeah. I think it'll be a joint post, like their engagement.
So how are pics not gonna get leaked?
Oh,
do you think they're just gonna take that chance?
Yeah.
Since it'll be, like, outside.
I think theoretically if it's, like, somewhere very secluded, they could probably have, like, the airspace closed. I don't know. Can you do that?
You know what I mean? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if she's in Rhode Island at Holiday House, like, isn't that where they're getting? That's like, aren't they allegedly getting married at Holiday House?
I don't know. Are they?
That's their Rhode Island. That's the Rhode Island house.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to think. Like, is that too obvious?
Remember, because she apparently paid a bride.
Do you think they're going to get married on the Christmas tree farm?
No. Not with the bugs. Okay, wait, listen. Okay, based on widespread rumors and reports, Taylor and Travis are reportedly planning to marry on June 13th at the luxurious Ocean House Resort in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. The venue is located near Swift's Rhode Island mansion, offering privacy and scenic ocean views for the reported summer. I did hear this because, remember, some bride... Do you follow Demois?
Yes.
Yeah, so some bride wrote in, or somebody wrote in that was like, please. Another bride was, like, paid... She had the June 13th date, and someone, like, paid her to, like, take that date. and they were like, it's Taylor. It's Taylor. I don't know. Okay, speaking of prenups, because I heard a lot
They
of like
absolutely have a prenup.
100%. Did you hear like there was like some drama? They were saying, oh, Travis like, and I was like, I don't think I believe this. That he kind of wanted to be like, well, like what's ours is ours.
No, I think they're both smart business people. I can't. They're
Don't
old,
you
like
think
you
he
said. I
would?
think no. I think they're
He's
older.
not
I
gonna.
think no,
He's not gonna try to go after that. Like, he doesn't need her money. Like, yeah,
no.
he looks like a peasant compared to her, but I don't think he'd be like Taylor. Like,
I love how we're like, he looks like a peasant. Dude is still worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, and we're like, but you're not a billionaire.
but
Like,
you're not worth $2 billion like your fiance.
no, I can't. I'm sure they both have their own prenups that they had signed. I just cannot
I'm sure hers
imagine.
is like ironclad. Like,
I'm sure Tree Payne hired only the best prenup lawyers and was like, what do you think? Do you think Tree Payne has other clients, or do you think she solely works for
no,
Taylor?
I bet she only works for Taylor. I bet Taylor pays her a bajillion dollars. And I mean, if Taylor Swift was your client, would you work for anybody else? I wouldn't.
No.
I'd be like, all I need is like, she doesn't need the money, and B, probably managing that is a full-time job and a half in
Especially in a
itself.
wedding year.
Don't you think?
I mean, yeah, because she was at all the Eras stuff. So it's like, how would she even have other clients? Like, that is not what I
I don't.
expected her to look like and sound like, by the way. Like, when she was talking in the documentary, I was like, maybe it's because not knowing anything about this, I'm terrified of Tree Payne, like,
Oh.
as a human. Terrified. Like, if you
Right.
ask me my biggest fears in life, Tree Payne, right up there. Also, didn't think that was a real name. I was like T-Pain? Like, what's happening? Truly her name. I'm scared of Tree Payne. I think her only client is Taylor Swift.
Wait, it's not her real name.
Is it not?
No, it's okay.
What is it?
She was born Trina Snyder in California. This is again per Google. Tree is a nickname, and she adopted the surname Payne after marrying her husband Lance Payne in 1998.
Okay, so it's like a nickname of her name.
Oh,
and
okay. Does Tree Payne have other clients? Tree Payne has focused almost exclusively on managing Taylor Swift public relations since launching her firm in 2014. She previously worked with artists like Snoop Dogg and Bonnie Raitt during her earlier career at Interscope Records and Nashville.
Wouldn't it be crazy if your two clients were Snoop Dogg and Taylor Swift, and you were like, "That's it. I don't need anyone else." That's
okay,
my range.
her first and only client was Taylor Swift. Wow, whose publicist of 7 years resigned. You wonder if she's like kicking herself now.
But 2014, was that the year that like all of the Kim Kardashian stuff came out and she was almost like exiled and then wrote Rep?
Taylor Swift hires new publicist. Let's see when this was.
This is a research podcast.
Sorry. Well, I'm now like curious. Like, I wonder. Okay, April 2014. Maybe.
That's when I turned 30.
The hiring runaways this month. Amid talk that Swift. Oh, see, it doesn't let me. I'm like, why do they make you like sign up to pay for an article? Like, it's on the internet. It should be free reign. Anywho, we're getting sidetracked. So okay, I don't know. So,
all right, let's talk about Eras.
Oh, well, okay. Wait, can we? While we're on the wedding topic, when do we think, since she's like in wedding mode, bride mode, when do you think we're getting like debut TV and or Reputation vault tracks? This year? Not this year.
Never. I think never.
You think it's done?
I think I could see her eventually giving us the vault tracks, but I don't think she'll release the albums.
I thought she said debut TV was done.
Maybe? Did she in that letter? Okay, maybe she did. I could see her releasing that first. If she releases, I could see that being released.
Oh. This is saying, based on the letters shared in mid-2025, she confirmed that re-recording of her album, debut album, is finished and she loves how it sounds. Oh, many fans speculating it may arrive for the 20th anniversary in 2026. Oh, October 2026 would be the 20th anniversary. Isn't that wild? But I don't know. I'd be shocked if we got anything this year, honestly.
I just think this is her wedding era, and I think she's just solely focused on wedding and bridal, and she's going to go support him in all his games in the fall as his wife.
She should. Yeah.
And I think we will get an album once she has had a baby. I don't think we will get another album until she is either pregnant or has a baby.
It's a whole other like, okay, piggybacking on that, because this is also segueing us to the Eras Tour. Are we getting an Eras Tour live album?
No. I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't think so. But I'd be awesome. I would love it. How would they pick the surprise songs, or would they just not have them? Would it just be the regular song?
I want like every surprise song. I want every mashup. That's the thing.
It'd be every album.
No, I don't want every. I just want every like mashup. I know. I know. Okay, fair. I did see something the other day that was like Taylor Swift can't be that greedy because she hasn't released an Eras Tour live album, and I was like, touche. I just want all the mashups.
That's true. I want all the mashups. I mean, same. There's a bug on my phone.
All right. We can segueing us to the Eras Tour.
Let's. All right.
You have
so
the floor.
I've only. All right. One of the very first shows was in Dallas, but it was my birthday week. It was okay. We'll talk about how sad this is. This is my 39th birthday weekend, I think, but we were moving that weekend. And so I didn't even attempt to buy tickets because I was like, well, like we're going to be moving. I didn't know what Eras was going to be either. Okay. Like
I don't think anybody knew.
So it wasn't then when it started coming out, I was like, oh my God, I want to buy tickets. And I was trying so hard to get a ticket, couldn't get a ticket. Realized I was probably never going to see the Eras Tour. Then she started going on her national or international tours. And then they announced that she was coming back to the United States. And I was like, I don't give a shit which city it is. I am going. And like me and a couple of my friends and Andrew entered that lottery like you had to do, like you signed up or whatever.
Yeah.
Only Andrew's email got chosen. And it was for that Miami show. I will say I liked the way they did that better, where like only tickets for one show at a time were on sale. So like, and you had to have been given the code or whatever it was. So I do feel like that was helpful, and like getting tickets was a lot easier. And we didn't have to pay like any exorbitant amount of money to get the tickets. It was everything I hoped it would be and more. I'm wearing my sweatshirt that we basically had to like kill people for. Not really, but we stood in line for we stood in line forever. As we were getting closer, people were like, they're out of the blue crew neck. And we were so disappointed because it was like the one thing all four of us wanted. We were so sad. We get up there and I saw it on the table and she goes, I have 4 larges left. That's all we have. And I said, we'll take all 4. So all 4 of us got a large blue crew neck. We all bought ponchos because it was raining. And Oh, and I was going to say, and then we all bought like t-shirts and other stuff. And then we were like, should we get drinks? And we were like, we don't want to have to pee, right? So it's like we bought bottles of water, but we were like sipping them. I mean, I was like, I don't want to have to pee. I'm not going to miss anything. Like I will, no.
Yeah.
And then it was pouring the entire, like a good 75% of the concert. I looked like a wet rat trying to get home from that concert. We took like a shuttle situation. Like I've never been more tired. But also happier. And then I had no voice the next day.
Okay, I need to tell you about so I got to go to 3 shows.
You went 3 times.
I got to go to 3. It was, yes. So the first one, we did like the Great Ticketmaster like war, and we did not get tickets to Philly because I was like closest. And then Ticketmaster, so they were doing this, and I didn't realize this, like a couple weeks later or something, they were like, hey, we saw you try to get tickets. Like, sorry that this was when everything like crashed.
Yes, I remember this happening. Mm-hmm.
So they were like, hey, we're gonna like enter you in a lotto to like pick tickets, like give us your like ticket level, or like basically like how much do you want to spend, and if we get tickets it'll like automatically charge your credit card and like you'll get seats. So I'm like texting my girlfriend, I'm like, hey, like what's our, Neely, like 2 weeks later, you know how sometimes if you do Apple Pay, like it pops up on your like thing and it'll say like it'll say where the charge is, like on your phone it'll say like Chase, or Discover card and like whatever, it'll say like it. I was like walking into the store and it said Ticketmaster and it said like the amount, and I screamed in the parking lot because it was like, and I got the email that was like, we got floor seats. So like we go to Philly. Well, this is a really funny story. Shout out Caitlin. My girlfriend and I go, she's 8 months pregnant. We like walked over, our hotel was super close. Like we walk over, it's summer, so it's like warm. We're in line. She's like, I don't like feel great. And I'm like, okay, why don't you go sit down? I'm gonna get us like some snacks. Again, it's like French fries and like Diet Coke. So I spent like $70. I'm like, we come back. She's like, I don't like. Again, 8 months pregnant. She's like, I think I had some things like the baby. And I'm like, okay, so like we go to the medical tent. They like get the wheelchair and they bring her into the medical tent. And at this point, what time did Taylor go on? Like 8? At this point, it's
No,
like
it was like
7:15.
9:30. It was late. It's like 9 or 9:30 when she goes on. Or maybe not. Maybe it's 8.
No, it's
Maybe
like
it's
8
8.
because right, it starts at 7. So right
Yeah.
now it's like 7. It's like 7:20. We're in the medical tent, and they're like, "Hey, lay on your side." Like they're doing like they're checking her, and she's like, "I don't think I get." It is like 7:45, and I was like, we're still in the medical tent," and I'm like, "We have come all this way, and I don't think we're gonna like get to see Taylor." Like she's like, "Kale, I can't. Like I don't think I could like get up and like walk right now." And she's like, why don't they gave her some like candies, like the baby's moving, they're like everything's fine, like all her blood pressure, everything was like fine. I'm like texting her
You're
husband.
such
I'm
a
like,
good
she's
friend.
fine.
I would have straight up left my friend. I'm kidding. But
And I was like, I'm gonna have to like walk her out of here. Like we're gonna have to go back to the hotel and like drive home. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm trying to be, I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. And she's like, why don't you go down there? Like, she's like, I'll come down. And we're both like, I'm like crying. I was like, I'm not gonna leave you. And so I go down. She's like, I'll be fine. I'll be right behind you. Right? Like, I'll be right behind you. So I go down there and I like, get on. The clock is on. Like, the countdown clock is going. And I'm like, I find my seat on the floor. And of course, like, she did come down. They wheeled her down and she like came in. She sat for most of the concert. So she couldn't like see everything. So it just like wasn't like we made it through it. They wheeled her out. We had to go like on like the special elevator. It was
the special
a whole thing.
elevator.
She did not have the baby. Like it was okay, but it just wasn't. So anyways, when she announced like when she announced her like second line of tours in the next year, we were like, we need a redemption. So that's when we bought seats to Miami. I said, I'm not messing with Ticketmaster. We ended up getting like seats in the box. We're like, we're just gonna, instead of fighting like StubHub. So we went to Miami and had the best time. No one was pregnant. No one was like postpartum. We were just like rocking out. And it was like the best. We did a spin, we did a Soul Cycle like Taylor Swift ride like that morning.
What was the other? We went to one of the pop-up
my
bars.
stepdaughter and I went to Philly with my stepdaughter, like for kind of like her birthday. So like that was a really fun show too.
So you went to 2 Phillies?
Did I say Philly? I meant Pittsburgh. So I went to Philly, Pittsburgh, and then went to Miami like a year later.
Okay.
So
I just went to the one.
Incredible.
But I had seen Taylor, so I saw her open in 2008 for Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
Right after debut came out. I then went to Red in 1989 tours. And then I had tickets for Loverfest. R.I.P. And so didn't get to see that, but then went to Eras. So like I'd seen her. So even if I hadn't gone to Eras, like I was like, okay, like even if I don't get to go to Eras, like I've seen Taylor, like it's fine, blah, blah, blah. But there's just nothing like after going to some of those other shows, like nothing compares. Like if you've seen another Taylor Swift concert, it is just a different experience seeing Eras and experiencing all of that. And did you see both versions? Did you see pre-Tortured Poets and post?
I got to see both, which was like, yeah.
I will say I'm glad of the two that I saw all the Tortured Poets stuff live.
Oh, agreed.
And because we were in Miami for all of the Miami shows, Florence was there to sing Florida, which was crazy.
Incredible.
And I didn't think that was going to happen. Like I saw when it happened the first night, I was like, wow, that's really cool that she came out the first night. And then did we go to the third? Was it the third night? I can't remember.
Why did I think we were Saturday night? Were we night 2? Maybe we were the third night.
I don't remember.
It was it.
I feel like we went to
on Monday.
Yeah, I think we went the third night. I should
know this.
But then when it was the second show, I was like, oh, like we're all getting to see Florence. Like they're not just gonna do 2. It had to have been the third because I remember that. Okay. So anyway, it was
so good,
magical, wonderful.
It was so good. Okay, I saw this question on. Do you listen to the Taylor Watch podcast? Are you familiar with that? Okay, those girls are funny. Somebody wrote in and they're like, if you could ask Taylor Swift one question, what would it be? I already thought of mine, so I can go first while you think.
You go first because I promise that yours is more intelligent than mine.
I don't know if mine's not intelligent at all because there's I don't need to know like her personal life. I want to know if there's Karma, the lost album.
Oh, that's not what my question is.
But did you know like what that like after Reputation? Mm-hmm. Sorry, after what was it? Yes. Lover, and then after Lover, she was working on an album, and then she like went underground. And all the Reputation stuff happened, and then she released Reputation. But there is a lot of speculation and like a lot of clowning that Reputation was not the original album that was supposed to be released. If you're not, like, sorry if you're familiar with this, but like there was another album and they think it's called Karma. And there's been lots of clues, different signs. So I'm like, does karma exist? That's what I
My
want to know.
question is, other than Travis, who has the biggest dick?
Who do you think she's gonna say? Maybe Maddie Healy. Well, actually,
I was gonna
maybe
say
it's just his
probably
mouth. Maybe
Maddie
it's
or
his mouth
Joe.
because Maddie Healy is not attractive. There's nothing. He looks
No.
like a trash panda.
I would guess that, or maybe John Mayer, because he's had a lot of sex with a lot of people.
I bet he's good in bed. I don't know if it's his like the
I
size. I think.
have to imagine that the worst in bed was probably Jake.
You think?
Because he's just too, like, I don't know. I just can't imagine. If that was her first, though, like, you always think your first is good. Because you don't
Right.
know different. Like, my honest opinion is I don't think she knew what good sex was until Travis.
Oh, 100%. Like Maddie,
And then
I think Maddie Healy must have had done it. Like there was something there. I think he's so yucky.
But I also think Maddie Healy for her was like she had just broken up with Joe, and like they were always like kind of like a flirtation, whatever kind of thing. And then it's like, ugh, just that whole situation makes me so angry. Do you think Maddie
Yuck.
Healy, when Tortured Poets Department came out, and we all were like, it's gonna be all about Joe, and everybody was like convinced that it was gonna be like a Joe album, and it turns out it was actually not. Do you think Maddie Healy was like, fuck?
Yeah.
Or do you think he just doesn't? Or do you think he was like
shocked? Do I think he cared? I don't know. I don't know if he cared.
Or do you think he cared because people were finally talking about him, and other than Taylor Swift, nobody would know who he was?
Yeah. He's ugh.
I will say I do like kind of some of the 1975's music. I have to really compartmentalize it though and pretend that it's not him, because they do have some good songs. I don't know. Who do you think the most fun was other than Travis? Because he's obviously the most fun. I kind of think
Harry
Harry.
Styles.
Yeah, I was like,
right?
I kind of think Harry. Like, I feel like, yeah,
I think he's fun.
Because they were young, and probably, and he was stupid. You know what I mean? Like they were, what, like 20? I mean, I think that's 24. I can't math right now. Math is hard.
They were so much younger. Okay, wait. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what do you think her favorite album is? Tortured Poets?
No.
Rep?
Because the way she talked, I don't think it's her favorite, only because the way she talked about it in juxtaposition to Life of a Showgirl, and I think she was kind of like, that was such a dark, like, time in her life.
Mm-hmm.
That I bet, do you think it's like probably like pretty painful to like look back on it and like, I don't know if she's like, I'm not saying she's still like hurting or anything, but gosh, to hear that and be like, yeah, like I went through some shit. Like they really put me through it.
It's like, girl, we can tell. We can tell.
Right.
With all 31 songs, we went on that journey with you. We went on a journey. You know what would be wild is a concert that is just Tortured Poets.
Oh God, I would pay a lot of money to see that.
And it's just, but it is it's an album order. And it
fine.
You start like, but how wild would that just like emotional?
Yeah, a roller coaster.
God.
I wonder if you kind of wonder if it's like whatever album is her latest release. Because think of like when you ask like an author, like, hey, what's your favorite book? And they kind of say like it's
who's your favorite child?
Right. Like it's probably. And I think she'd say, like, hey, I love Debut, but can I relate to these songs? I'm not 15 anymore. Like, I'm 36. Yeah. So maybe she'd say Life of a Showgirl right now. What is your, I saw this somewhere, I thought this was really funny. If they're like, Neely, here's $1 million cash. Okay, you have to do a Taylor Swift karaoke song, and you cannot miss one word. You have to get every single word right. What is your, like, $1 million karaoke song?
Oh, fuck. Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
Oh,
I forgot to put that on my list. That's one of my favorite songs. But yeah, Miss Americana.
You can go like word for word.
Word for word. But I will tell you, I've never been more disappointed than the just fraction of that song that we got. I wish, like, of all of my complaints about Eras, which is just this one, really, it's that it is one of my favorite songs, and it was perfect for the opening. And first of all, if the opening of the Eras doesn't give you full body chills, I still will watch it and get full body chills as if I wasn't there.
and I probably could do this. I'm just like not technical. I haven't done the technology. I want the intro to be like my like alarm when I wake up in the morning. I'm like, why haven't they?
Fearless.
Right. And like,
Into folklore.
right. It's been a long time coming. I mean, tell me that wouldn't wake you up out
You'd
of
be
bed. You'd
like,
be like, yes, let's do it.
I think just another full body chills moment is going from applause to You Don't Own Me. Like, because it sings the Lady Gaga song Applause, and then it's You Don't Own Me, and the clock comes up, and you're like,
oh. You're like, what?
Literally, guys. I just like, I can't. Go on TikTok and watch it if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I think not having the full, or at least like more of Miss Americana in the Heartbreak Prince, like I needed more. I needed more of it. I would have rather a condensed version of The Man, which I love, but I would have rather a condensed version of that.
100%. I didn't need the full song.
I will say, I don't know how they did it, but the way in which they put the songs in order and the way in which they did the albums was perfect. Like, absolutely no notes. Ending the show with Karma, not one note. Can we talk about the moment that she said Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming right home to me?
Dead. I'm dead.
And singers, the backup people didn't even realize she was going to do it. You can see it on their face. Like,
I know.
It's like nobody knew it was about to happen. His reaction to it was crazy. I think, though, a big part of it, and we kind of talked about this, it's the first time she's ever really, like, been allowed by a man to, like, love him out loud. Like, these other men are like, please don't love me publicly. Like, don't talk about me. I don't want to be seen with you on a red carpet. And he's like, the way he's so much bigger than her, too, and how, like, just his giant ass hand on the small of her back is like her whole body. It reminds me of like in a Disney movie when the masculine prince or Tarzan or somebody is so much bigger in his like
the beast hands.
Yes, that's exactly
like
what
it is.
Like. She's
every girl
she's
like a small girl,
37 feet tall as well. Yeah. So I mean, she's like beautiful, tall, amazing, and he's like literally just probably throws her down on the bed in a way where she immediately comes just from like the way he looks at her. It's just what
his love was the key that opened her thighs.
I mean,
it was
like stifling my sighs.
Like, girl, we get it. We get it. But like,
we get it. He's never missed an orgasm.
So happy for you.
Redwood tree.
Ain't hard to see.
We know it. We get it. He's got a giant dick.
Thank you.
Like, me listening to that album at like 5 a.m. on my way to bar that day being like, ma'am.
I know.
Ma'am.
I know.
You wrote a whole song about his dick.
I was like, I love this for you. Like,
do you think,
congratulations.
What do you think? Because you know, like, she played him all the songs first, but she's like, okay, Trav, this next one, it's about your dick. It's called Wood. And just plays.
I think he absolutely loved it. The awkward part is when Donna Kelsey listens to it. Or actually, you know, Donna Kelsey's like kind of like whatever. The awkward part is when her mother, she's like, okay, Mom.
Andrea Swift's like, she's like, good for you, girlie.
Go, girl. We're proud of you.
She's just thinking about her 15-year-old daughter that would cry in the car on the way home, and just like, she's like,
some window shopping.
Thank God. And her dad's just like, remember when that fucker left her on her 21st birthday and didn't even show up?
You know, I love that song. Say what you want about the Red album, but like, just slaps from like head to toe. It's
supposed to be fun turning 21.
21.
Actually, my 21st birthday was one of my least favorite birthdays. So like, I feel like 21st birthdays go in the same category as like New Year's Eve. You know, it's like, it's supposed to be fun and amazing, but like there's so much buildup and it's probably going to be disappointing. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, I think any birthday that you think is going to be like, this is the one. Although I will say, did I show you the cake that I had for my 40th birthday? Have we talked about this?
No.
All right, I'm going to show it to you.
Oh, maybe.
It's the Taylor Swift cake.
Yes, because this is old. This is a couple years ago you had this.
Yes.
I think you posted it.
Oh, I've posted it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's it's the greatest. Yes.
I feel like my daughter had a very similar one. She had all the albums. It was like one of the best cakes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all the albums. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was so
one of the best nights of my life. Really just seeing that cake. Oh, the cake itself was delicious, but they were like, which piece do you want? And I'm like, how do I pick?
That's like the top. Yeah. That was so good.
Yeah.
Love.
I mean, it obviously didn't have TTPD on it, but this was my face when I saw it. I was just like,
yeah.
Was unwell. So good. Nothing will ever top that cake. Yeah, and did you see what Charlotte's cake looked like this year?
No.
I'll have to show you. So I told the cake lady, for those listening, you could probably tell a cake person this too. I was like, I don't know, she likes unicorns, rainbows, and Taylor Swift. So just like whatever you think would be good for that. And the lady was like, all right, I've got you. And I mean, this girl, not only was this cake just insanity, but it was also just like very, very well done. But I'm trying to find it.
That's so funny. So Camille, who's like almost the same age as Charlotte, her cake was unicorn. She's just like a unicorn girl.
I mean, it's their age, right? Like there's something that just on your birthday. Okay. Are you ready for this? It's Taylor Swift riding a unicorn.
Oh my God. That is amazing. Love.
It's literally, when I picked it up, I was like, I don't know.
You're like, perfect.
I was like, honestly, hit nail on the head. Like, I remember sending people pictures of it, and I was like, if you could describe Charlotte in a cake, this would be the cake. Right. Also, look at this book I got for her Easter basket. If y'all need this, I will link it in the show notes.
Did you read it?
It's Karma is a Cat.
Have you read it?
No. Is it bad?
Like, it's fine. It's like flip through it.
Is it not for kids?
No, like read it. It's not like inappropriate, but it's just like I got it from the library and they were like a little bored. Maybe she'll love it, but it's like paragraphs about like the cat. And
she just loves cats.
I think that I thought it was gonna be a little more like less words geared a little bit more towards like children. It's almost like
I got it
towards
in a children's toy store.
It's cute. It's Taylor Swift. You can't go wrong. But
don't worry. I also got her a Clarice book. If you've never seen the Clarice book, it's just the fanciest mouse in Paris. But I also got her a Clarice book. So, it's fine. We'll balance it out. But I will tell y'all, this is like not related at all. I was having a really hard time with the baskets this year. So I was really just like, I got to find some stuff.
I can't.
And I just didn't want to.
Both your kids are, because is he who's November? Well, no,
Charlotte's
like
November,
February, right?
And he's February. And we literally just did birthdays and Christmas and Valentine's Day.
We're December and February. Okay. And then it's Christmas.
When is your older one's Christmas? When is February? February what?
Quinn's is February 24th.
And Liam's is the 13th. So we're like the same trajectory of like a 3-month span where you have both birthdays and Christmas and Valentine's Day. And you're like,
yes.
What else do you need?
No. I got some stuff for like the pool.
We always do that. We got like swimsuits, new Crocs, goggles. That's exactly what we do. I do candy. I mean, I do try to get them each like a couple books, and like I did get a jelly cat for each of them because I'm a sucker. But yeah, I mean, I don't do anything like wild for them. I think I got them each some Charlotte, they both really like pens, like writing pens. So I got them like some pens. I mean, this is very low stakes situation. All right. Any more Taylor thoughts before we wrap it up? Because now we're just talking about Easter baskets.
Now we're just blabbing. No, because we we're maybe going to get into like bridges and lyrics, but I feel like we have like really, we got to land the plane. Like that could be another episode.
I do feel like we could do another episode about bridges eventually and lyrics. And maybe we will. Y'all let us know what you like. But Kailey, where can everyone find you?
I'm on Instagram at KMC_reads.
And you can find her Goodreads, which is always linked in the show notes. And then you can find the podcast everywhere at Smut Show Podcast. And I'm everywhere at Neelykins, except TikTok, where I'm Neely Moldcan. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.